Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's show. So today we're going to be diving deep into stories of transformation, resilience, and new beginnings. Today, I'm joined by Mitchel Delemere. Now, he is a man that has taken the leap from England to Spain and then Spain to Sweden, where he now resides. And he's just been celebrating 3 years of being sober. Now, his journey from working behind a bar and now building a new life, a new mindset in Sweden. Now, his story is all about honesty. It's about grit. And it's been really, really inspiring to be following him on his Instagram page. So whether you're on the edge of change yourself or you just need a spark to get going, then this is going to be the episode for you. So, Mitchel, can you please share a bit about your story, how you ended up moving to Spain and then ended up in Sweden?
Cool, fucking hell, how long you got?
Got plenty of time, mate.
Fucking hell.
Right, so let's rewind and start at the beginning, mate.
Yeah, sweet. So basically, like I was living in England and how did it all happen? I ended up getting arrested and I got bail. And then like basically from the crime that I knew that I'd done and I was going to be found guilty for. So when I was going out doing robberies still and stuff like that. So I had a little bit of cash from a robbery, should we say. So
Okay.
I left the country and I went to Spain basically, without the police or the court knowing. So I vacated, had a nice little sunny holiday over in Spain. I ended up working in the bars on the run as well as. So then,
wow, okay.
As like time went on, probably like 9 months into it, of course, got homesick and everything fell apart over there, you know. So like money was running low, chaos was just consistently following me. So I went back home, I got arrested on the plane and then straight to prison. So and then I was in prison for some time. I think, 6 months I was in prison for there in Pentonville prison in London. I think it's one of the worst prisons in London, should I say. Filthy as hell and just a lot of in there basically chaos, 23-hour bang up and lock up basically. Come out of prison and I thought like I was out for I think like 3 weeks like being in England and I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? La la la. And I was just like, I'm going back to Spain because it was easy bit of graft, easy bit of money and a good lifestyle. So I went back to Spain as soon as I got a bit of money in my pocket again, like, you know, back up to the activities and stuff, whatnot like that. So then I went back there, got back involved in the trade, basically, like the bar industry and whatever comes with it, should we say, because there's a lot of things what come with the Costa del crime, basically. So, and of course it was chaotic and stuff like that. And then there's only so much you can do. And I was there for another 2 and something years there. And then it all fell apart for me there. And then I ended up basically something very bad happened. I can't talk on camera about it, but then I ended up coming to Spain and Sweden. But we met before that. I met a Swedish lady, and we always kept in contact. She kept coming over backwards and forwards, you know. To be honest, I don't know what she was doing actually being around me because I was absolutely fucking in bad places. Do you know what I mean? But she see the good parts of myself as well as. And I actually showed her the parts of me, like my vulnerable sides and stuff like that, where I was not putting a facade up consistently all the time. Do you know what I mean? Compared to the other people, I would be putting many masks on a good front, basically, should we say. Many characters. A villain, should I say I was. And you know what comes with it, should I say, if the listeners are into it. Do you know
How
what
did
I mean?
you meet your wife then, Mitchel?
Met her basically. My friend was a PR. He brought the three Swedish girls into the bar, introduced me, and then I literally within an hour, I said to this Swedish lady, my woman Emma, basically, you're going to be like the mother of my children, basically. And she's thinking, what the fuck are you talking about, you know? But literally, when I met her, I had this feeling, like I've never had a feeling with a woman ever before. And I was just like, I was starstruck from her, you know? She was so
Yeah,
calm. She
you're
was
head
so
over
different.
heels.
Never met nothing like it before in my life. So it was just like, it was out of the ordinary, but like, she was an angel in disguise, should we say? Do you know what I mean? So, like,
Mm,
from that moment, and she was leaving the next day. So basically, took the funny thing is, she asked for my number. I didn't give her my number because I was always paranoid and stuff like that, as I was a criminal. So
yeah.
I give her my mum's number. So then, of course, I spoke to my mother a couple of days prior after. And she's like, "This woman has messaged and I've spoken to her." And I was like, "Yeah, who's that?" Like, and she was like, "It's a girl from Sweden called Emma. Can I give her your number?" I said, "Yeah, go on, it's all right." So ended up like getting in contact, chatting and stuff like that, you know. So it all happened from there. And then like we was just basically getting to know each other over the phone. I would finish up at 2, 3 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning, and she'd take a phone call with me and talk with me. Do you know what I mean? So we got to know each other a lot over the telephone. Then she come over. She come over for my birthday and stuff like that. And then my mum come over at the same time. They get to know each other directly. And then they got on. So like I was just like, "Mum, she a good woman, la la la," you know what I mean? So yeah, it just all worked out good. And then when it all went chaotic, she come over a few times backwards and forwards. Then I ended up just it was like, go back to England or go to Sweden. And then she offered me to come to Sweden, and I was like, "I'm coming to see you and live with you." Do you know what I mean? So then I ended up in Sweden, and from there, like almost 10 years now, I've been here. Do you know what I mean? It's been a roller coaster for sure. Do you know what I mean?
That was going to be my next question. So you've been in Sweden for roughly a decade now.
Yeah.
How long have you been with your wife? Did you say? How long have you been with your wife now, roughly?
Yeah, it's 10 years. 10 years since
Wow, 10
talking,
years.
do you know what I mean? We move
Yeah.
fast. We move fast, and then I have a daughter. She's 8 years old as well. Should be 9 in
Wow.
April.
Okay.
You know, like I said when I
Wow.
met her, I said, you know what I mean?
You knew.
Yeah, I knew instantly.
Yeah. When you know, you know. That's what they say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was certified.
And you've been sober for 3 years. What happened 3 years ago for you to make that change, then, Mitchell?
Yeah, it was more than 3 years ago. I went to the rooms of
Okay.
NA. You know NA,
Yeah.
Narcotics
Yeah. Yeah.
Anonymous. So like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Tell
part
us
of
a bit
there.
about that.
Basically, I don't get in tune with it too much anymore, but I've been in these places. So, like, of
Yeah.
course, my woman was just like, "I can't deal with this no more," blah, 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 you know? Like, "Are you really gonna change? Like, are you gonna do the work?" and stuff like that. So, I met a guy in the gym, and he talked about this place, and they all sit round in a dark room and talk on chairs and stuff like that. So I was just like, "All right, I'll come and have a little look." Do you know what I mean? I weren't
Yeah.
ready then, you know, but I thought I'll have a look. So, I see it on TV, all these, I mean, they're all sitting around in a circle and all that and just talking. "Hello, my name's Jimmy. I'm an addict. I'm an alcoholic," or
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I went down there. I introduced myself, but not as an addict or anything like that. And then, like, got to know a few of the people there, and I went there a few times, and I was like, "I'm fucking healed. I'm sweet." And then I look, I fucked up and how crazy my mind was, how sick it was. I was messaging one of
Yeah.
the guys from the Cousins, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right, mate." And I weren't doing cocaine because I used to do cocaine. But I said
Yeah.
I was just talking to one of the guys saying I'm all good in a good place, but I was down in a comedy bar, getting pissed out my head, but no cocaine, so I was all right. That was my problem,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I could manipulate myself to many angles,
Yeah.
convince
Yeah. Yeah. You
myself.
were playing those different characters, like you said before, different masks.
Yeah. So then it was just like shit at the fan, everything. I kept going out like yeah, it was like every Friday. I wasn't an everyday drinker. I would be like on a Friday binge, and I'd just always black out drunk. Never. If I had one, I'd just always consistently just go to the end. There was. It was very hard for me just to go out for one. If someone said to me, "Go out for one," I said, "There's no fucking point." Like, do you know what I mean? I was always into
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It was all or
all,
nothing.
all in or nothing. That's it. And I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. Anything that I do, if I'm gonna start posting content, I'm gonna go into running. I'm gonna go into weightlifting. I have this obsessive kind of behaviour, but it can abuse me and it can use me in many angles. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
like it come to a point that my woman just literally just had enough, and like I had to go to England for a few weeks to have a think about it. Of course, I was getting on the sessions. I was getting on that. I was worried, could I go back home? She was like, I don't know if I can have you back home and stuff like that. So like, so I come back to Sweden and I started like, because she wanted to put me in rehab. And I was like, nah, I won't go
Okay.
rehab. I'll go back to these rooms of NA. So like,
Yeah.
but in my
Okay.
mind, I'll go back to the rooms of NA, and then after a couple of weeks, like I'll be back and I'll have her where I need her. Do you know what I mean? So I can like work my magic with her, and after that she'll forget about it, and the same rhythm, the same patterns, kind of thing. I think this is the trap, yeah. And it's like for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah. Yeah.
like so it was just and then I met one guy in there. I didn't really understand the program because it was in Swedish, so it was like
All
one.
right. Okay.
And I can't mention his name. It's like very
Yeah.
private, these groups, isn't they? So,
Yeah. Of course.
what's it called? He ended up literally translating everything in the meeting for me, just whispering in my ear, whispering in my ear. And then I was like, and then they talked about sponsorship. And I was like,
Yeah.
what's sponsorship? So he's like, well, you find someone that you like, and then they'll help you, and then la la la. And I said, like, so how do you get one? I said, do they like ask you? No, he's like, no, you ask them. So I was like, okay. So I was like, so I went back, and then I went back to another meeting. Hopefully, like this guy was going to be there, and I just said, look, mate, can you be my sponsor? He was like, absolutely. So he's like, let's get to work. So like from then on, we worked a couple of the steps on. So
Yeah.
like, and then it was like, it was chaotic, and it was just like, just keep going, like just keep going to meetings, just keep going to meetings, and do the steps and do what you got to do. And I was just like, nothing's fucking happening, you know. But
Mm.
it come to a point. It's like, do you know what? Like, because I had to give my woman time and everything like that, because like I had to give her the space as well as, and I needed to figure my shit out. So I stopped going to the
Yeah.
gym, I stopped doing all that, and I just started to dive into the self-development area. And guess what? I got a bit obsessed with it. Of course,
That addictive personality. Yeah.
yeah. So then I started reading books, and then I see a little shift in my life. Like I was like, "Whoa, this is new. New things started to happen, not the same repetitive. Oh, we've not had an argument in a while. Like nothing. This ain't happened. That ain't happened. So then I was just like, maybe I need to carry on living this way. Let's see what it has to offer. So
Mm.
then,
Yeah.
like, I carried on, and then I started to like do service and stuff like this, like make the coffee for people there, like to like not become just me, like
Mm.
self-centered.
Yeah.
From that moment on, like, and then I was like, people who was fresh coming in as well, like, in a bad position, and then I could kind of like help them in some ways, and then I was like, yeah, mate, like I'm down for this life, like helping and that, giving back and that. So then now I just do it my way. I don't do it like I do it online, and I do it in person here, like here in
Mm.
Sweden. Like people just stumble upon my feet, and they're just so open, like, because I'm so open, it gives them permission to like come to me and be all right with it. Do you know what I mean? Because I think there need to be more people like me and you, like putting it out there, like putting the word out there and putting vulnerabilities out there, because we must do it. I think it's a great service to the world. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
This so this transition then, Mitchell, has this been over the last decade since you moved to Sweden, or has it just been the last 4 or 5 years? How long have you been going to these meetings and
yeah, 3 years and about 3.5 years basically, but 3 years
yeah,
and 3 years clean and sober. So I went there, dipped my
yeah,
toes in it, thought I was all right, and then it shit hit the fan. Then I went back. So we've been on the journey for 3.5 years. And I'm one of the
yeah, wow,
fortunate ones as well, because there's people like, and I'm only 3 years clean and sober. Yeah, 3 years clean and sober. But like the people I see coming and going consistently, it's just like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, I still have my woman, I still have my daughter, I still have my things intact. There's people out there who really don't, like, they've lost it, burnt all bridges, and it's very hard to make the comeback. So like for me, I got there just at the perfect time, because I could have been over the edge, and then there was no getting my woman and being present with my daughter 7 days of the week. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm pure grateful. I'm blessed. Trust me. but like I'm trying to do my part with the people on that. You know what I mean? Trying to catch them before, it's too fucking late, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So you see a lot of people relapsing, is that what you mean? Sort of coming and going in and out of
Yeah,
the program?
yeah, yeah. 100%. Do you know what I mean? But they've got to want it as well, and they've got to have good guidance, good leadership, good like people around them as well, and detach from the old, the old, like it's identity, innit? Do you know what I mean? You've
Yeah,
got to literally
yeah,
just you got to walk away from it and step into the new, literally. I firmly
yeah,
believe in literally saying no to all the old things and saying yes to loads of brand new things. Literally, it has to literally take a whole new course, a new direction, and then you just start building a new base there and asking yourself, "Who am I?" And start asking yourself some serious questions and what values, what beliefs, and even like digging down and like when you're reading books, see which grabs your attention. So it's about like doing the research, discovering yourself, you know, all these little key plays. Like if you're not willing to pick up one book and read the whole book and get a little like maybe just like one page will like get you, like literally. Like it was one book that changed my life, and it wasn't a Narcotics Anonymous book. I tell you that now. It was a book called The Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. Yeah, it's basically four agreements that you live by, like literally. And it was loads of other stuff in there about domestication, beliefs, truth, and lies. So it's just like, my mind was just like, whoa, so maybe the stuff upstairs has not been like fully true. So then I started to cross examine myself. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, man, that's bullshit. Everything, like, let's start fresh. So,
mm.
yeah,
And you started building those little bits of evidence. You started making those small incremental changes. This is what I say to so many people that I speak to. And they get overwhelmed. They really think that they can't get to where they want to be because it feels so overwhelming. It's so far away. But I always say to them, you've got to start making those small changes, and then you'll start. It's not going to happen straight away. You're not going to get that kick of dopamine like you do from drinking drugs, but if you put the work in, then you will get there, but you've got to go through, and we only grow when we push
yes,
through, and we're disciplined, right?
100%, 100%. I agree, mate. I agree. Like,
Yeah.
look, look, I stopped literally. I was that dedicated to like recovery, yeah. So like, I literally read 22 books in 1 year. Like,
Wow.
I've never read no books in my life. I read one. I tell a lie. I've read one book, and that was in prison, and it was about criminals. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like 50 deadliest hardest men or something. It had all like the old school East London gangsters. That's what I was into. So it was just like,
Yeah.
that was what I was. But because I was
They
so
were like
interested
gods.
in because I was so interested in like self development, like now I can actually read. Like I was like, because it's funny what the mind does to you, and it can open doors for you. So then I dived into that, and I stopped going to the gym. Everything I put to the side and just like literally like dove into all new knowledge. So then
Yeah.
once I thought, okay, I've got my shit. Like now, like of course I was implementing it and practicing it, and then I'll get myself back to the gym, and it was like the greatest rebuild ever. The like 1 year onwards from there, I went out, fucking end up like trying quit smoking and all the other stuff, Red Bulls and like stuff like this, and
Yeah.
I still drink them to
Energy
this day,
drinks.
right? But Mars bars in the mornings, I started to take away certain things as well as to improve myself, as well as and test my will as well. You know. So it was just
Yeah.
like, yes, I don't smoke or drink, do cocaine, and I don't indulge in other things as well as. Do you know what I mean? So, and I've run a
Yeah.
marathon and stuff like that. So that
Wow.
one,
Okay.
all this one, like I'm 117 kilo geezer. Do you know what I mean? So, like people said, "Are you mad for doing it?" I was like, "Yeah, but let's see how we can push ourselves and see what's upstairs." And when it
Mm.
starts calling and tells you, stop, mate, stop. You just carry on pushing, no problem. So mind, body, and soul,
Yeah.
innit? You got to
Yeah.
have an
Yeah.
understanding of it, and when to call it a
Yeah.
day and be reasonably be smart about it and not like an idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say to people, people who obviously got problems with drink and drugs, addicts, that they can transfer that addiction to healthy habits instead of all these unhealthy habits. And if you can become obsessed with self development, with books, with improving yourself like you have, then you can transfer that addiction to a more positive one, exactly like you have.
It's a gift. It's a gift. It really is a gift. Literally, if you look at it as a gift, you've got a fantastic tool. You have this kind of beautiful obsession, and you know how to push it to the limit. Like, let's say, for instance, running. I can go all in on running, but then I can like literally abuse myself in it as well. As there's a line there. Okay, for me, I would want to go out running every day and see how I can push myself, how far I could go. Like, how many kilometers can I get per week? So it's like, now I'm 30 kilometers a week. Now I'm doing 50. Now I'm doing 60 kilometers a week, And I was still training in the gym as well. As people were like, "Ah, what the fuck, you're doing too much." I was like, motherfucker, you not know me, yeah? But, eventually getting, of course I learned a lesson from it. I get injured for like almost 1 year down on my leg, shin
Yeah,
splints,
yeah, yeah.
ankle problems, tendon issues. But I weren't
Yeah,
letting it go. I
overdid it.
was literally wanting to go for an ultra marathon, but I couldn't get there, unfortunately, but I got to a marathon. So maybe next year I'll do the ultra marathon. You heard it
Yeah,
first.
I've been obviously following you for a while now on social media on your Insta, and I see a lot of your running clips and your gym sessions. How do you think fitness has anchored you during this transition? I've seen a massive part of like in my transformation with running, with building the discipline of running every morning, incorporating exercise, because I now know all about the mind and the body link, and it's all interconnected. We're all connected, but it's been so important in my self development exercise. How has it helped you with your mindset and everything else? Would you say, Mitchell?
It's it works magically, really and truly. It's the backbone, isn't it? It's a wonderful thing to look forward to, as well as that's like your little reward as well for the day, for being a good self-loving human to yourself. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? So it's like, look, it's the gym is the church for me, and it's places where I go where other people are in the gym, and they're expressing themselves, as well as, they're pushing themselves. We're all there for a particular reason, but we're all we're all driven by something, and everyone's in that place doing something to better themselves. And I love to be in that kind of place. Do you know what I mean? So it's a church basically, and going out running, and then you see a fellow runner as well. You give them a little hello, or you give them a nod, like, we really don't know what's going on, like, between the next person, but you can have kind of an idea. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason
mm,
for it, you know? Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah, it's that sense of community and connection.
yeah,
It's a
100%.
big part of it. Okay, so do you have any advice for dads who want to use fitness as a tool for their personal growth, just like me and you have?
I would say lock on and get a program directly. Don't waste no time. Get on it. Literally, it's an act of self-love.
Yeah,
You're literally just sending signals to yourself whilst doing it. And after a certain amount of time, you're going to start seeing a better, well improved self. So don't waste no more time. Get to the gym. Don't fuck around. Don't beat around the bush. Just get in there. You know, just get through the door, and then trust me, just show up and do the work. And I guarantee you'll meet a couple of people, and you'll make some new friends as well, as, just,
yeah,
it's a good place to be all round. You can't beat it.
mm,
You can't beat it. Like, if maybe bench pressing or squatting ain't for you, there is other sports out there: tennis, paddle, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, like running. Look, if the first one doesn't work for you, just go into the gym. Maybe go and try the cycling, like a cycling class in there with a group of people. Like, maybe that will get you ticking. There is not just like boom, pump iron. There is so many different avenues to go in the gym, swimming, you name it. Go to the sauna and see and push yourself a little bit in the sauna and do some cold bathing. All this kind of stuff is fantastic. you know what I mean? This one builds your self-esteem, and like
Mm.
doing these little uncomfortable things and then get comfortable in there, like that just raises the bar to you. And then, you know, you keep it moving, you know?
Yeah.
You just carry
Yeah.
on becoming a better version.
It's a sense of progress as well. I think progress and happiness are so linked. And when you actually see that you're moving forward and you're making progress, then you're going to be happy. You're going to give yourself that pat on the back. Like you said, you're going to start building your self esteem. And yeah, yeah, it's such a key part, I think, of personal development. And you can't fake it either, when you see that when you see that chiseled body, when you see that fit body, it's like, yeah, he cares, he's been working on himself, fair play.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. So I've been following your journey for quite a while now on Instagram, Mitchell, and you've been sharing your journey. How has this shaped like your experience and your sense of belonging? I mean, what's the feedback been like? I mean, have you, because I know you're building a community.
Yeah, it's I got a message this morning from someone that I know from where I'm from in Barking and Dagenham, East London. So like
Yeah.
he's like, I've been watching you for a while. I'm just letting you know like how good, like I don't know what the message says, so I can't remember exactly by what, but I know he's doing my service on him, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I get messages like this all the time, and they just, what I say to them is, you just keep giving me fuel to carry on moving and keep going and keep serving. So the power comes back, like literally I'm putting out the energy, and then one little person, like once a week or something, once every 3 days, boom, it comes, boom. Then it just carries on rebooting me, revitalizing me to carry on literally going out there and putting myself out on the line as well. And like sometimes I'm in like self-doubt. Why am I doing this? Because I put so much time and effort into it. I sacrifice every little thing to edit a clip, do this one, think of a script, you name it what. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh, what the fuck, you know? But, and then I go to the gym, I do this, I work, and I have a family. It's like, it's a busy, hectic life at some points as well as, and I've got to respect myself 100. But it just fuels me, innit? And, you know, it's a nice feeling as well as, do you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
blessing. It's a blessing. A life full of service is a life worth living, they say.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It really sounds like you're full of gratitude as well. That's definitely something that you radiate in all your content as well. You always say that you're blessed.
yes, I'm blessed.
How important is gratitude to you? Do you journal on gratitude? Do you say prayer in the morning, on the evening? How does that work for you?
I pray throughout the day, you know. Look, before I lay my head to my bed, I give thanks. I wake up, I give thanks. I give my gratitudes out. I send it out. I do my affirmations consistently throughout the day. Any given point, like literally, I can just look around and just I can think of something and find something, you know, literally. Like gratitude is the key. It's the unlock. It really is. The moment you have the rhythm in it, then you can like really feel the power and the magic of it. Because these are like little magical spells, and when you speak them out or you think about them, you know, you're raising your frequency, you're vibrating higher. We are energy, right? And people sense it as well as people can feel it on you. You know, when you walk into that room and there's like a negative energy, and you can really sense it, you can feel it. Oh, there's something up in that room. Don't really want to be around there. But that's why people maybe come open to you, because you have an open heart. When your heart is open, people feel that radiating around you. You know, so yeah, don't know where I can't remember gratitude. Look, I do my journaling. I'm about to release a book in the mid-February, so I've been working on
Oh
that
yeah.
for a few months prior. So that was like one goal that I had last year, is to like fix a book, and that's been a tough battle
It's a
for
lot of work.
myself as well as that. But the thing is, since I've actually come clean, and I never used to finish something. I used to have an idea and I never finished it, right? But for some reason, since I can come clean and sober and I live in this life, I tend to finish things these days. That's the magic. That's the
Massive.
beauty of it as well. When I lay something out and I say I'm going to do it, I do it. and I get there,
Yeah.
I don't give in over the first hurdle on that. I just literally, I smash it. I get the craft in. I do a little half an hour, 20 minutes in the evening. And then them little
Mm.
things implemented daily, okay? Like you literally, after a few months, a year, you see the results. That's it. Results. They don't lie. They don't lie, you know?
No, no, definitely not, mate. Is there any other mindset shifts? Any other mindset things that you can think of that you incorporate in your daily habits? Mitchell, you said about gratitude, journaling, praying, stuff like that. Obviously, we spoke a lot about exercise. Is there anything else? Do you meditate?
I'm not too much on a meditating, but I do like I have a nap, but I don't have an issue sleeping. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
like I can close my eyes and picture things and like count all my blessings. You understand? Like I've tried the meditating side of things and stuff like this, but it's not caught on to me. I done a bit of breath work about a month and a half ago, 6 weeks ago. Um, I laid there, done the breath work thing. I felt like I was going to start like laughing and stuff like this, but I didn't really take to it I didn't respond to it too well. But it's maybe in the near dear future, something will come along there,
Mm, mm.
But I do go to
Yeah,
like some spiritual retreats and stuff like that with a couple of like a men's group and stuff like this. But we talk on hard subjects and do inventory and work on each other, and we listen to like speakers and stuff like this. Um,
yeah,
just surround ourselves with these kind of things. But meditating, I've tried it. I do guided
yeah,
meditations indoors if I need it, if my head is chaos, like which
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
definitely recommend. But to be honest with you, my head ain't chaos no more. The noise, okay, there's
The
noise,
noise
but
has
the
calmed
noise is
down.
more beautiful these days. It's actually
Yeah,
leading from.
yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, I can relate. I really, really struggled with meditation when I first started trying it many years ago, but I have managed to be able to let go now. I remember when I first started, my mind was just all over the place, and I had all these thoughts coming in and out, and I really, really struggled. But I have managed to master it now. But it does take a lot of work, and sometimes when I can't meditate, I just do breath work. There's lots of different breathwork techniques that I go through, but that tends to calm me down, and then I can sometimes meditate. But yeah, it's yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It is brilliant meditation when you get into it, but it's very very tough, very
Yeah.
hard in the beginning.
This this about the faults and that, Luke, and that, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I read
that's
this
it.
book about the four agreements. Don McGraw reads. He has a couple of books, right? But he talks
Yeah,
about the parasite within the mind, yeah. So basically, it's like our mind just keeps on fluttering around, dum, 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 like this, yeah. It's if we entertain it and do like if we literally give it food, we give the
yeah,
fault
like
food, yeah, and
distractions. Yeah,
we keep giving it, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. But then one like if we start coming with gratitude and positive thinking and like self talking ourselves like from love, yeah, if we practice
yeah,
this on a daily basis, the noise literally starts to dimmer a little bit, and you kind of maintain it a little bit. And this is where the parasite like kind of philosophy kind of wording comes around. It's stop feeding it the bad like food, you understand, give it fruitful food, basically, or you starve it. You starve it completely, and basically it dimmers down, and then it's basically. But the thing is, it never goes away. But and then the
no,
moment you kind of give it a bit more food, then it kind of alert and it keeps on coming back.
yeah, yeah,
It's all training for the mind. Do you know what I mean? Because
it
that's how we
is, it
create
is.
anxieties and everything like that. Because worry, worry, worry.
Yeah,
Oh god! But all this shit upstairs is just it's absolute nonsense and bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
The
yeah. It's all
mind, if you feed
manifestations.
it, sorry, go on, Luke.
I was just gonna say it's all manifestations. Whatever you feed it, it's going to grow. If you feed it negative thoughts, you're going to start dwelling on stuff. You're going to become anxious. You're going to become worried about stuff in the future. That's probably never going to happen anyway. Whereas, like you said, when you come from a state of gratitude and and you're thinking positively and you're talking to yourself nicely in the mirror, and all of these different tools and techniques that me and you have read about over the last few years and we've learned, then you can really build that. I call it a bulletproof mindset.
Yeah, yeah. This you believe in like the law of attraction and stuff like this
Yeah,
kind of stuff?
yeah, love the law of attraction. Yes,
Like
100%.
during my recovery, I think I'm like 1 year and 3 months clean and sober, right? Things are going smoothly. I have one bad day at work, right? And the England, the football's on. I don't know, quarterfinals or something, yeah? So I'm
Yeah,
like, it's on a Tuesday, you know, it's on a Tuesday, it's on at 5 o'clock or something over here in Sweden. So I'm driving home. I've had a real shit day at work, and I've not been having many shit days lately. But I'll be like, football's on, and then like in my mind, it's like, all right, cool. I can go to the pub. Okay, I can go to the pub. I'm telling myself, I'll go to the pub, but you can have an orange juice, no problem. Sparkling lemonade in it. So I'm like, so
yeah,
I'm driving. You know, this is it's trying to trick me now. But I'm like, you're right, mate. No, we're not going to the pub. But then, of course, the old thoughts keep coming in. I've not seen no one who I used to actively use with, but funny enough, I turn around the corner and there is a guy literally just standing on the corner waiting for the bus who I used to use with and go to the pub with. And I've literally stuffed it. I'm just like, all right, mate, never. So he sees me, he's like, hey, like that. And I just like, no, mate, I've got a family at home. See you later. So I just drive past, boom, like that, you know? So I'm thinking, fucking hell, mate, what's
yeah,
going on? That's weird, isn't it? Fucking hell,
yeah,
like, because I literally it all disappeared from my life. But as soon as I have these
yeah.
bad thoughts and that, it just ended up turning up. So now, five
Wow.
minutes down, I'm going to my house. I park the car. I get out the car and I'll start walking to my apartment. You know, these
Yeah.
times now there's someone coming towards me. Okay, I
Mm.
think fucking hell, and it's another guy who used to fucking like go to the
Wow.
pub
They were
with.
all coming in.
They're
Yeah.
all coming in. I'm like, it's like, hey, Mitch, you coming down the pub, watch the footy and that, like he's Swedish and that. Going down here, going down. I was like, no, mate, got family upstairs. And literally, I was just like, I wasn't even stopping talking to the geezer and shaking his hand or whatnot. I was just like, see you later, mate. Boom, shum, like that. And I was just like, fuck. I was like, what's the chances of that? Two people just land in different positions. I said, but because I entertained it, I don't know if you believe it or believe it, but I kind of firmly believe that was just like, all right, cool. Let's see where you're at today, mate. Let's see if you are
Yeah.
actually conscious to the state right now. You know?
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
entertain the thoughts a little bit, and it kind of like just gives me a little
Yeah.
dangle the carrot out there. Go on,
Yeah.
come to me, yeah. I swear it
Yeah.
happens like that, you know.
Yeah. The universe was testing you.
100%, 100%. But you can role reverse it as well. Now we're speaking all gratitude and blessings and affirmations. I'm grateful for the gifts I'm about to receive. Guess what happens and comes my way? A gift. So now I'm just literally walking into gifts all day long because I use that affirmation consistently, you know. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I see everything as a gift. Oh, cheers, nice,
Yeah.
bless, sweet, sweet. You know, so that's how I love it.
Yeah.
So if you just want a little a technique, just a nice affirmation is, I'm grateful for the gifts I'm about to receive. And that's it. And trust me, when it turns up, you'll recognize it and you'll give thanks to it.
Mm.
Blessings.
It's it's being open to the opportunities. I find when I'm in a bad state, your head's down, you're not even looking people in the eye, you're not smiling at people. Of course, you're not going to get any of it back, are you? But when you are happy, when you're walking as if you're gonna, you know, as if you've got that abundant life, you walk up tall, your shoulders are back, you smile at people, you're looking for those opportunities, and like you're radiating abundance, and yeah, like you said earlier, you're blessed and it's coming your way. But it doesn't mean that your life's straightforward. Of course, the shit's going to hit the fan, like you said earlier, but it's the way that we deal with it now. Back in the day, I would self-sabotage, I would just crawl into my hole, I would play that victim mindset whenever things went bad. But now,
Mm.
you know we we had our car broke down recently. We had some terrible news. We're gonna have to spend thousands on it. I was really fuming, and I know I would have hit the roof and kicked off and done this and done that, took out on the kids or whatever. But now I don't. I think we're so lucky to have that car. We're so lucky to be living here. Blah 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 blah. And I drive people at work. I drive them absolutely mad. They're like, "Bloody hell, Luke! You know, you're so bloody positive. What's the matter with you and stuff?" But mate, I mean, what a way to live! Like, you know, compared to what I was like a few years ago, it's just completely different. You know, and
Yeah,
it's all that mindset, mate. All that mindset.
you know,
Yeah.
there's a amor fati, the love of fate. You just got to say you love
Okay.
it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's Stoic philosophy. It's something. I remember I was at work, like you're saying before, like my car got broken into, some tools got taken out of it, and this geezer Jonas was like, "You're not angry?" I was like, "Mate, fuck it, I love it." And he was like, "What do you mean you love it?" I was like, "I've got to say I love it." You know, there's a reason for it
Yeah.
right now. You know, do I
Yeah. Yeah.
decide? Because what my attitude is, this positive mental attitude is, see the guy who's broken into my car, took my tool, smashed my window. Okay, do I carry on feeding that like negative energy, or should I just like, okay, it's happened, and like kind of like come to a self acceptance of it, or do I fucking attain it, get pissed off with it, you fucking wanker? I still got half a day left for the rest of the day at work anyway, so I'm probably going to have a tear up with someone, right? Or and then
Yeah. Yeah.
after I
Yeah.
feel fumed home, I'm going to get on the phone to my woman and be like, fucking, we've got to go and take the fucking car in, fucking this and that. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to probably fucking, because I'm angry, I'm going to have an argument with my
Yeah.
woman there. And then
Yeah.
my daughter's going to see the argument. You know, it's a
Yeah.
ripple effect. Or should I just
It
like,
is.
hey, man, this is out of my control. I'll accept it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like, I'll knock it on the head right now. Just going to say, I love it. Fuck it. What's up? And literally, I nipped it in the bud. Boom. That's it. And that guy's energy there stopped there. You know, it just
Yeah.
literally, it didn't carry on moving from me because it's all energy.
Mm.
It's not coming from me. I'm a protector. I'm serving people. No. Ching. See you later, mate. Nah, it
Yeah.
stopped right there, mate. Stopped it
Love
in
it.
its tracks. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely love it, Mitch. Love it. So, your journey on Instagram and use inspiring men who feel stuck and how do you hope your message inspires others that want to make that change?
I hope it has a little ripple effect, a little knock-on effect. Like, I know it has the knock-on effect because I know that it's out there, it's working, it's magic as we speak. I firmly believe it, yeah? Because I know there's people living by it as well, right? So it's just literally the person who helped me. Now
Yeah.
I'm paying it forward, basically. So it will be paid forward. It's working now, you know. And it doesn't come from me; it comes from many others before me. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's working. It's good. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So as long as we've
It's
got
so
people like me and you, Luke, out there doing the work and that, you know, that's it. Do you know what I mean? We'll do our part, mate.
it's so fulfilling. I say to my wife all the time, it's, you know, doing this sort of work. And when you get the messages, when you get the text messages and stuff I've had text messages from clients, sons and kids and stuff saying, you know, what you've done for my dad has been amazing. He's changed. He's done this. He's done that. And mate, yeah, it blows me away. Yeah, there's nothing like it, mate. There's nothing like it. Yeah, it's incredible. And it's why we do the work that we do, right?
Absolutely. Luke, you're doing an amazing job, mate. I'm just letting you know I'm proud of you, mate. And I'm glad I
Thanks, buddy.
stumbled across your account on Instagram or TikTok and I ended up getting invited into it and I pushed the follow button. And then from there, we've literally just been supporting each other. So, mate, just carry on
Yeah.
cracking on, mate. I really firmly believe in you, mate. And you're
Top
doing a
man. Thank you.
great work, mate. That's it.
Thanks,
Fantastic.
Mitch. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, mate.
Yeah.
The
100%.
have you got any advice then, Mitch, for the younger version of yourself or for someone who, you know, who wants to make that change? Obviously, there's been lots of different transition periods in your life, lots of rock bottoms through many different things. What would you say to that person who feels like at the moment they're at rock bottom and they want to make the change?
There's a few words there. I can think of many different things there. But look, why wait any more time? Just go out there and do it and just explore and discover something new. Come to the next chapter of life, you know, because I'm letting you know beauty lies with this kind of life here. If it's chaos, you know, you can come from chaos to clarity in a short period of time, as long as you go and put the work in, yeah? It's like there is an end to it and there is a start to a new life as well as. It is like the rebirth, you know? And like when an opportunity arises and a person lands on your feet and be like, this ain't normal, and he's asking you or she's asking you to do some new things, say yes. Just say yes to it and just do it. Just turn up not knowing, but just do it. Like literally, it may change the whole dynamic and it of your life. Literally, it will shift. You know, So look, like I kept having people bail me out in life, right? So as soon as they're kind of like catch me as I'm falling.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I would say, just let the person fall. I know it's fucked up, yeah, but
Yeah.
because can I lend this money? I'm fucked up. Can you bail me out here? Sometimes you just got to put a line and be like, hey, no, time to grow the fuck up, yeah. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I think there's many crossroads that we come to in life, but life is all about timing as well. So
yes,
when you do get that olive branch, when you do get that chance, when someone puts their hand out, you've got to take it, right? Because you might
yes,
not get
yes.
another chance.
I think you carry on getting different chances, just in different forms of people. You know, like you didn't see you didn't see them prior before. You didn't see the
Yeah.
angels or something, should we say, like turning up on your lap and be like, but your eyes are not, your ears are not, like you can't feel it yet because you're numb to it. But once you start actually kind of entertaining it, then it just all starts landing on your feet, like because you actually start to open the new doors, because the new door opens to a new door, and you're working your way in, and then you go through a little maze of life, and it just all becomes new, like literally. So I think it'll just carry on. Like for myself, it'll just keep landing on your feet, but in different positions of life, like trying to sweep you in. You know what I mean? But it's when you have the courage to change, okay,
Courage.
then
That's it.
boom, come on then, let's go. And
Yeah.
asking for help as well. That's the biggest thing, is like
Mm. Yeah,
actually
that's a good point.
accepting it and saying, do you know what? I need help. Like the biggest thing for me is like, hey, mate, can I have a sponsor? I need help. Like literally, I need your help, mate. And 10 times, the person's going to say yes and really give you your heart. People are willing to help you, like literally, as long as you ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. So ask
Mm. Mm.
everything, because
Yeah.
trust me,
Yeah.
you realize people have big hearts and that. You just got to show it, turn up.
There are good people out there that are willing
Yeah,
to help, that are further along than you, and they've probably been where you are, and they can see a younger version of themselves in you, and they're willing to help.
yeah, yeah. Luke,
Mm.
can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course you can, mate.
So, are you part of any like NAAA or anything like this?
No, no,
No,
no. I never went to AA or NA or anything like that, mate. No,
no,
no. But
okay,
I did have a bad drink problem, and yes, I've been sober for over a year now.
yeah, okay, perfect, smashing. Congratulations. Get up there. Look, so how did you? I'm going to ask you a question. How did you stumble
Okay.
across this life? What was the point? You were just thinking, when you just flip.
I was about 40, so yeah, a few years ago, I just remember waking up one day and thinking, is this it, with another stinking hangover? Just repeating stuff to my wife and her saying to me, "Oh, you've already told me all this." There were a few different bottom moments. My son asking me if I was an alcoholic because I used to get him to bring me cans of beer all the time, and used to tell him that this was the reason why you have children, and just stupid little things like this. Any family event we used to go to, I was always looking for the bar. I'd have cans of Stella inside my coats and what have you. Do you know what I mean? And I got to midlife and I just thought, have I got to keep doing this for another 40 odd years? My parents' marriage broke down because of drink and drugs. And I saw a lot of other friends ahead of me that were going down a similar path to what I was going down. And so, like yourself, I started reading books. I started listening to different podcasts, all these other lots of different seeds. started to get implanted. And I was just like, and I started doing it, started getting those little bits of evidence. And yeah, it just snowballed from there, really, mate.
How do you feel today?
I feel amazing, mate. Yeah, yeah. You've said so many times throughout this podcast about energy. And I think when we, like, as blokes, especially when we get to sort of midlife, we self-medicate so much, and we feel like shit all the time, but we just think it's normal, and we just say, oh, we're getting older, we're meant to feel like this. But since going sober, for me, I feel like a teenager again. I've got so much energy. I get up, I exercise, I meditate, I eat healthy now. So my energy, and I got more time, I think clearly. Yeah, I feel completely different, mate, compared to what I felt a couple of years ago. Wow, massive difference.
Do you make good decisions these days, Luke?
Yeah, mate, I do. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. God. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. When when you're on a cocktail or drinking drugs, you're just like, it's this constant fight or flight, isn't it? You're just
fuck me.
yeah. And I was chatting to a client the other day, and we were saying about, you react to life, you're not responding. So when you're in a state like this, you can respond, and you can, like I was just saying about, when life throws a load of shit at you, you can respond to it, and you can deal with it, and you don't take it out on everyone else. But when you're in that state, mate, it's yeah, and that is why I am so passionate, like yourself, about self development, about working on yourself, because I know so many people, just like close friends from family of mine, that could do with this sort of stuff, but it's doing the work. And with men as well, it's breaking down that ego, because the ego is so powerful in men, and they're very stubborn, and they don't want to listen, they don't want to do the work, they'd rather stay in their own misery and keep them going around that, in those unhealthy habits. And yeah, if me and you can keep on spreading the word, mate, and keep on doing what we're doing, and it's all about leading by example. People don't want to be preached to. They don't want to be told what to do, because people hate that. So if we can lead by example and say, look, you can turn your life around, you can do this, you can do that, you can start a podcast, you can start an online business, you can become an influencer on Instagram or whatever it might be, you can move to a different country, then it's got to be good, right?
100%, 100%. It's a ripple effect, isn't it?
It is a ripple effect, mate. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and
$100%.
I'm seeing it with my kids now as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Even
mean,
like, the pit like, I remember first of all, like, and then when I come and told all my family, like, I'm going to meetings, but then it was more like my woman's, 'cause like, they knew anyway in England, but they didn't really know the Swedish side of the family. So I let them in after like, 9 months to a year or something. Then I kind of like, okay, it's time to let them know like what's up and stuff like that. So, how they gonna respond? And then like, and then it was just like it was okay. Then they kind of like, but then I started coming onto the internet, and I was thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. But like I was on a mission. Like I had a purpose in that. Like I had a
yeah,
driving
yeah, it
force.
gives you purpose.
That's it. Nothing stopping me now. That's it. I'm on one. I have a new lease of life in that. My gift.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give
yeah,
it.
yeah. It gives you a huge sense of purpose, and it obviously helping others, and then that gives your life meaning as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing better, mate. Nothing better. Just keep shining your light, mate, and doing what you're doing, Mitch.
And absolutely. Look,
Powerful stuff.
self-doubt and that. How did you like? Of course, you come onto the internet. Do you have
Mm.
some feelings about getting yourself out there and like worrying what other people would think and stuff like that? Do you?
Yeah. So of course I did in the beginning, and I still get a bit of imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
but I just the amount of books and self development that I've read, and all the mentors and people that I've looked up to, they all say, it's like, we only get one life. We're not here for long. No, like, no one really cares. People only care about their nearest and dearest and themselves. Just, your old school friends, they don't give a shit. Just do what you've got to do. And if that message is more important than, you can't care what other people think. If you care what other people think, then you're going to be a people pleaser all your life, and and you're not going to live up to your full potential. So yeah, anyone that's suffering with self doubt, I say just put yourself out there. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't do a live straight away or whatever. Just dip your toe in the water. Just in it. Just build yourself up slowly. But
Slow
yeah,
reps. Yes.
slow reps. It's the same as anything, isn't it? You don't start running and then go into a marathon, do you, straight away? So yeah,
100%.
same as anything, mate. Same as anything, mate. But yeah, everyone gets self doubt, mate. Anyway, we're all human, aren't we? You know, we're tribal creatures, so we do care what other people think. But I think it's my age as well. If I was in my 20s, I definitely wouldn't want to do this. But I'm in my 40s now, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Bring it on.
Go on then. But this, what like for myself, I have like a plan, like 5 years and 10 years where I'm not going to be and stuff like this, So I have enough. Before I didn't know, like before you asked me, all like when I jumped on someone's coaching program for 12 weeks, we dive deep into like identity. Where do you see yourself? Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And before I remember, like people asking me in school or this one having, I'll be like, I don't know, I'm just going down the pub tonight. I'm fucking gonna do this
getting
and
on
do
it.
that. Like I thought I was never gonna get past the age of 35 or something. Do you know what I mean? But I outlived that belief in my head. But like now I have like somewhere where I know that I'm going. Okay, 5 years I'm gonna be there, and like from the point when like literally started, I'm literally climbing to that position. I'm gonna meet that person there, right? But like, like I'm for it to feel like not like, because I want things fast, but I don't want it because, and then I'm not going to be ready for it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of
Yeah, you
walking into
got to
that
grow.
life, not rushing into it. So like I'm confident in this area. Do you know what I mean? So I've been slowly repping it and getting there. So I'm kind of like walking into it because if I get it there and there, I'm not going to be ready for that position.
Yeah,
Like it's going to be just chaos for me. I'm not ready. So
yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying there?
yeah, 100%. They
Yeah.
say a good analogy of that is lottery winners, for example.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people who win the lottery, they don't know how to manage that sort of money, so they'll spend it and then they'll be broke within so many years. Whereas someone who's built a business over a decade, they when they get to those millions or whatever it might be, they can handle it when they get there because they built up slowly, and that's exactly what you're saying. Is that right?
Exactly. Great
Mm.
analogy. You've got it, Luke, mate. Like it's a fantastic way. Trust me. I like just because we want things fast sometimes, but sometimes fast ain't good. Slow progress is better than no progress. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah.
a word on the street is
Direction.
slow dough is better than no dough. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like
Yeah.
it's a small up one, trust me. And it's the same what
Yeah.
goes with business and that like controlled revenue, not like just going like because once you go like so far up and that, the only way is boom, down,
Yeah.
mate. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't keep the high kid going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So, so true, mate. Right. What is next for you then, Mitch? Anyway, I mean, where, what is the next chapter for you? You mentioned a journal earlier, and where can people find you, mate? I'll put your social handles in the show notes anyway.
Yeah.
But
Empowered
yeah,
Mitchell. Then you can find it on the link in the description in
yeah,
February. You can pre-order it now if you like. You're more than welcome.
sound
It'll get sent to your door, no problem. Might have a nice bit of crafting paper in it. I'll give my love. The love has gone into the book. Trust me, it's a part of my journey. It's a 90-day transformation, self-development book with my brother's artwork in it. And like basically 8 different sections in the book of my self-development, which has helped me. And now I'm handing out. So support me.
brilliant,
Love yous.
brilliant. All right, and Mitch. Well, thanks so much for coming on, mate. And thanks for giving up your time.
Nice,
I
Luke.
know time's so valuable, mate. And yeah, you're doing a great job, mate. Just keep shining that light and that positivity. And
Cheers, mate.
yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, Mitch.